How about those Devils? How about those Devils?
How about those Devils? Oh, welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And the New Jersey Devils returning back to the Rock, looking to build off the amazing back-to-back 12-shot shutouts by Jacob Markstrom, courtesy of the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Rangers. Can he make it 3 in a row? He cannot. But the Devils win 4-2. And so much to get to here. So much to get to. But obviously I need to know. I must know. I need to ask this.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Your New Jersey Devils went into the game on a 2-game win streak with an NHL record 7 consecutive games, allowing the opposition to 20 shots on goal or less. What a beautiful record. I've talked about this multiple times now, but the fact that this group set an NHL record for the most games, or most consecutive games, giving up 20 shots on goal or less to the opponent, phenomenal stuff. Unfortunately, had a feeling it was going to be difficult to keep that one going because the Hurricanes just shoot often and from everywhere. And the record comes to an end, but it was a great ride. What a great display of defensive prowess by your New Jersey Devils. But we get to the scoring. And first period, Devils once again give up the first goal. So, it's kind of a thing. It pops in and out. But this one, Devils gave up the first goal at 10:03. Canes working hard, moving the puck around in their ozone. They rip a shot that seems like Markstrom saves, but I thought he had it. And it just continues to trickle through his legs, gets behind him. Robinson pounces on it, puts it in the net. Canes up 1-0 at 10:03, and I was like, ooh, that goal that was kind of a crappy one. Gets through Markstrom, but, no benefit from the refs to get a quick whistle for the Devils ever. I mean, never, ever happens. We'll get to that in a minute, but 1-0 Canes at 10:03, and a little while later at 16:12, Johnny Kovacevic, my man Johnny, rips a shot towards net. Palat in front with the deflection. Palat's 7th from Kovacevic and Siegenthaler at 16:12 ties the game at 1. I was like, all right, Pally. A lot of people have been looking for some more scoring from the bottom 6. It's been fairly drought-like over the past few weeks or so. And Pally gets a big one to tie it up at 16:12, his 7th. Ties the game at 1. And then it just seemed like the building kind of got shocked back to life a little bit. It was a little deflated after the first goal. The Canes scored, but Pally scores, and now, everything's on the up and up again. Tie game, and only 42 seconds later, Luke Hughes from deep in our D zone, basically against the end wall, hits Stefan Nason with a beautiful pass in the neutral zone. Absolutely beautiful, right on the tape. Stefan Nason and Nico Hischier come in on a 2-on-1, and Stefan Nason just does that little hesitation, waits the right moment, gets the puck across to Nico, and Nico just rips it in. Easy shot for Nico there. He's not going to miss many of those.
He's pretty, and he lives in Jersey City, number 13, Nico Hischier.
He's pretty, and he lives in Jersey City, number 13, Nico Hischier. Nico Hischier's 18th of the season from Stefan Nason and Luke Hughes at 16:54 gives the Devils the 2-1 lead. And that is how the period would end. And again, I'm feeling pretty good. After that, I was like, all right. The Canes had their little moment in the sun. They had the 1-0 lead, and now we're going to kill them. No, I expected it to be close. But, the arena was buzzing after that Nico goal, obviously. And Devils, take that 2-1 lead into the second, where it was short-lived because at 22 seconds, the old wily vet, Brent Burns. What a hockey player, by the way. This guy is just a hockey player. If you don't know what Brent Burns looks like, hockey player. But at 22 seconds, he sneaks into the slot, gets a pass from Roslovic, and he just buries one from in the slot. Just kind of sneaks in there, rips one past Markey at 22 seconds. Game tied at 2. And I was like, damn you, Brent Burns. I kind of liked him on San Jose, I'm not going to lie. When he was there with Joe Thornton and those guys, I always wanted to see Thornton win one. But Brent Burns, the ageless, ties it up at 22 seconds. And then at 4:15, Devils looking to enter the zone. It gets a little sloppy. It looks like the Canes are about to get it out of their zone. And Bratt makes a great hustle play to grab the puck, banks it up the boards to Pesce at the point. Pesce just rips it on net, and that rebound is right out in front for Luke, and he buries that thing, and he buries it so nice. Lukey boy, his third of the season from Brett Pesce and Jesper Bratt at 4:15. Give your New Jersey Devils a 3-2 lead, and now I am once again feeling great in the arena. Seemed like for a while Luke was kind of snake-bitten in terms of goals. I mean, he's had some great chances, I feel like, over the past month. And there's been some amazing goaltending performances to thwart his goals. But Luke gets his third, gives the Devils the 3-2 lead, and they weren't done in that period. Oh, no, they were not done. At 8:47, Devils working it around. Jack Hughes just rips a nice shot on net from inside the circle, rebounds out in front, and Dawson Mercer pounces on the loose puck, buries it for his 9th of the season from Jack Hughes and Brendan Dillon. At 8:47, giving the Devils the 4-2 lead. That is how the period would end. And I would say not without some controversy, honestly. Not without some controversy. Number one, obviously the goal that was weighed off because intent to blow the play dead. I mean, how many times are we going to see this in a season against the Devils? I was at the Avalanche game when we were shut out, and we had one of these situations early on in the game that could have changed the way the game played out. I mean, obviously the Devils lost 4-0, so I'm not trying to say like it cost us the game, but hockey is a game of momentum. It was early on in the game. I forget exactly when, but I believe it was in the first period, and it may have been when there was no goals by the Avalanche yet. I'm going to have to go back and look at that one. But early on in a game that was still yet to be decided against the Avalanche, Devils score a goal like that. Same thing. Oh, we intended to blow the whistle. No goal. Same thing happens here in the second period. I mean, complete BS. They're going to have to look at this. I just don't see how this kind of thing is allowed to continue. I mean, it doesn't exist as far as I know in any other sport where there's such a weird kind of loophole that you could basically just negate a goal anytime you want and say you intended to blow it dead. I mean, if that was the case, I don't even know what they reviewed it for. The refs skate over like, they make you think there's a chance it's going to count. But it's like, if that's what they're going to use, then why even review it? You intended to blow the whistle. It's not going to, there's nothing you're going to look at on your iPad that's going to change that. Infuriating in the game, and I was super pissed. And again, I hope the league figures something out because it's kind of a trash rule. It doesn't really make sense. And then also at the tail end of the period, there was a little altercation between Brett Pesce and Tyson Jost, and it seems to me, again, I could be way off base here, but I don't think I am, that in a lot of these little scrummy physical altercations, somehow the Devils always seem to end up shorthanded. Whether it's one guy versus one guy, like in this case, Brett Pesce gets cross-checking and roughing, and Jost just gets roughing, so they end up on the power play for 2 minutes. Completely mind-boggling. It seemed like one of those situations where, at the time you're like, oh, they're each going to get a roughing penalty or whatever it is. No one's going to be shorthanded, just one of those things where you're each in the box, and that's it. No one's shorthanded. But no, they give Pesce an extra one. And again, I feel like all season long, even whether it's one player or multiple, where it's scrums where it just seems like the right thing in the situation is that no one is shorthanded, and you just send however many guys, whether it's one or two, sometimes even three, guys to the box that all cancel each other out, where there's no power play awarded to anyone. It seems like the Devils are constantly shorthanded in these situations. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, I think it happened in Detroit on the road. It's happened a bunch of times. I know I'm not imagining it. Several instances where these little physical altercations result in the Devils being shorthanded. It's so crazy. I was furious at the time. Luckily, the Devils killed it off, and it didn't matter. But I was pissed off. And the officiating, I hate to be that guy. The officiating in the NHL needs to be better. I mean, I'm sure every team has their complaints, but I feel like there's just been so many instances of just completely garbage calls or non-calls in games involving your New Jersey Devils this season. And the waved off goal is infuriating. I mean, luckily the Devils won the game, but that could have been the difference between a win or a loss in a huge divisional game. I mean, they can't be having these nonsense intent to blow the whistle. Complete nonsense. But, wow, what a game. Third period sees the Hurricanes with 7 shots, the Devils with 6. No goals in the third. Devils had I thought a couple good chances to get one on the empty net when Carolina eventually pulled the goaltender. Wasn't meant to be. The game ends 4-2, and your New Jersey Devils, don't look now, your New Jersey Devils have won 3 games in a row for the 4th time this season. I'm not going to say the rest. Now I'm getting superstitious, but I'm hoping the next game recap video I have something interesting to share with you. I'm going to leave it out of this one because I've mentioned it the 3 previous times, and it hasn't happened, and so I'm going to leave it alone. Your New Jersey Devils winning 3 in a row, and what a game. What a game to be at. The Rock was once again jumping. What an atmosphere. I cannot wait for playoff puck at the Rock with this team. I cannot wait. 11 different New Jersey Devils recording a point on the evening. Every defenseman, with the exception of Dougie Hamilton, recording at least a point in this one. And I'm not going to shed a tear for Dougie. He's obviously our best offensive defenseman, has plenty of points on the season. So it's okay that he wasn't a part of this party this time around. But everyone else, Siegenthaler, Kovacevic, Pesci, Luke Hughes, and my man Dilly, all registering a point in this one. Wow. Jacob Markstrom, guys. Let's get, what was that? Oh, that was an amazing outing for Jacob Markstrom. Wait, 29 saves on 31 shots? Oh, you don't say. Jacob Markstrom with perhaps, well, it's not even perhaps. I'm going to say it was a top 3 performance for Jacob Markstrom in a New Jersey Devils jersey. Tons of grade A chances against, or maybe not tons, but several grade A saves he made. High danger opportunities for the Canes. He was there. The arena was showing him love all night long with the Marquee chants. Obviously, shout out to the arena production team for that. Coming off that beautiful performance where they trolled the Rangers. Man, they've been on fire lately. But they had the nice little Marquee graphic to, incite the chant, if you will. Great job by them. They need to keep that going. I'm sure Marquee loves hearing that. But tons of big saves from Marquee, especially in times when it mattered the most. And wow, what more can you say? For all of those of you that were hating, I'm going to say it again. If you hated on the trade when it happened, if you've tried to talk smack, early on in the season, if anything remotely that can be construed as anti-Jacob Markstrom, I only have one thing to say to you guys. Deposit your apologies in the comments. If you had any sort of negativity towards Jacob Markstrom at any point, when maybe you were a little negative when the rumors of the trade came out, when the trade was announced, and like I said earlier this season, we will forgive you, but you must deposit your apologies in the comments. My man Jacob Markstrom has hit the fountain of youth, my friends. As a New Jersey Devil, this guy is an absolute animal. I'm going to make a video just about Markey. I've said this. It's going to come out in the next few days. Just a little deep dive into the emergence of Markey on this New Jersey Devils club. I mean, it's been a beautiful thing to see. Obviously, one of the main pain points going back to last season, aside from all the injuries, but the goaltending was not up to par. And Jacob Markstrom, my friends, he is here, and he's here for at least one more year after this. Let's talk about that window being wide open, guys. I want another cup so bad. We go to the game stats. Carolina Hurricanes, 31 shots on goal. Devils, 23. Face-off percentage, 41.2% for the Canes. Devils with 58.8%. Canes going 0 for 2 on the power play. Your New Jersey Devils not awarded a power play on the evening. 0 for 0. Canes with 24 hits. Devils with 20 hits. Canes with 11 block shots. Devils with 15 block shots. Canes with 16 giveaways, Devils with 12 giveaways, Canes with 4 takeaways, and the Devils with 4 takeaways. And wow, my friends, your New Jersey Devils on another 3-game winning streak. You know what comes after that. I'm not going to say it, but sad to see the NHL record come to an end. It was a fun ride. 7 straight games allowing 20 shots on goal or less to the opposition. And what a great record that this team will likely hold for a very long time. I mean, wow, an NHL record. Unbelievable. It could stand for a very long time, actually, especially in today's day and age with how the NHL is so much geared towards that skill finesse game, and you can't really, back in the day, there was a lot of hooking, holding, interference that kind of you were allowed to do, away from the puck especially. The game is called much tighter these days, and to hold some of these teams with the shifty, finesse, skill players they have to under 20 shots on goal for 7 straight games is absolutely phenomenal. So tip of the old cap to your 24-25 New Jersey Devils. That record could stand a while, but all good things come to an end. That streak did, but the win streak did not. Your New Jersey Devils have won 3 in a row. Back in action tonight against the Canes in Raleigh for the second half of the home-and-home back-to-back, and it's going to be an interesting one. I think the Canes are going to be pissed on their home ice. They're going to be coming to look for some payback, and hopefully the New Jersey Devils are up for the challenge. I fully expect, obviously, Jake Allen to be in net for the Devils tonight. Hopefully he's up for the challenge. He hasn't played in a while, with Markey playing well and the holiday break. He hasn't been in there for a while. Hopefully he's not rusty, and hopefully, he plays well, because the Devils can really, really use this victory to continue to separate themselves from the Hurricanes. It's going to be a tight race. I've said that, for going back to the summer, that I expected it to be a tight race between a few teams down the stretch. I didn't have the Capitals included in there, but your New Jersey Devils, the Capitals, and the Canes are going to be battling it out all season long for the Metro Division title, and I expect it to last well into the season and probably come down to the last week or two. But let me know what you thought about this game in the comments. Let me know what you thought about anything I had said in this video in the comments. Anything, everything Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. Shout out to everyone that came out to the post-game live. Those have been very fun, especially after big wins like last night. And hopefully we are rejoicing another big win in the post-game live after tonight's game. I'm pumped up. Hopefully the boys come out flying, smashing, a little bit quicker of a start than we saw yesterday. And I'll be back. Tons of stuff in the works. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.